Angry man, what you doing here?
Man, sit your ass down.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, they should have never done it. I think it's time I sit my ass down and start the damn show. Salute to everybody who waited for me, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody out there in Raider Nation. Oh, my God. Welcome to another Raider Nation Unlimited. I'm your man, Wasted Talent. Salute to everyone in the chat, man. Salute to my guy, Rudy Yvette Russo. Rudy, I meant to call you back. I got tied up at the gig, bro. But I'm going to hit you after the show. Salute to everybody out there. Salute to my man, DeMokes. Yo, salute to Raider Jeff with his filth, his lies. He said the oldest podcaster he knows. Raider Jeff, that you know. Raider Jeff, come on, old man River. Come on, old man River. You know that you get a discount every time you go eat breakfast now, bro. You better stop that crap. You got that AARP card out right now, my brother. Yo, what is my guy? CGR gifted 5 Raider Nation Unlimited slappies to the masses. Guys, listen. It's Fupa Troopers in a place too. Started it just in time for me not to fall asleep. That's right. Fupa Trooper is the Alpha and Omega. He is a core member over here at Raider Nation Unlimited. Salute to my guy Raider Bubber. True. Anthony is in the place, man. Soundwave Sound Off is in the place. Oscar Garcia is in the place. Frank Jarmilio and my brother Alex Rebel Rojas. I like to see the Raiders try to get chasing back. Run with Max opposite side. Look, we're gonna get into all of this, y'all. Look, this is the official day. Salute to my brother LB Maximus as well. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. Yo, and wait, did I freeze up, bro? David, I freeze up. Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Y'all let me know if I'm good. Is it sounding good? We good to go? Yes, sir. Yo, but guys, look, before I get to rocking, this has nothing to do with the Raiders. This has everything to do with me. I would like to wish my daughter, my oldest daughter, happy birthday. Dad loves you. Wish you were home. I know you're down at school getting prepared for midterms, but I love you. Happy birthday, sweetheart. I sent you some money, so you good to go. You know, and tell your boyfriend he's a bum. You know who you are, boy. Bum. It's like, nah, he's a good kid. Nah, he's a good kid. I like him. Nice kid. But you know what? We like him for right now. For right now, he's okay. He's okay. But salute to my daughter, man. Salute to my oldest child. But listen, there's a lot to get into. There's a lot to get into. You know, so today was the day that you had to officially put the franchise tag on players, right? And there are a lot of people that people were not expecting to become free agents, man. I'm telling you right now, man, there are a lot of people. So look, Daniel Jones got a tag put on him. He got a transition tag put him on Tuesday. He's the first QB to get one since like 1996. And it kind of stands to reason, right? They found a way to kind of keep Danny Dimes. They didn't want to let him get out there on the free agent market. And look, I don't think anybody's going to consider that offer sheet. You know, he's going to be good to go. Then listen, you got a situation now where, you know, Pierce avoided the tag, right? So now, listen, you know, Alec Pierce is going to be somebody that the Raiders are going to have a chance to be able to kick the tires on. Trey Hendrickson is going to be gone. No more Trey Hendrickson. He is going to be a free agent. Listen, Tyler Linderbaum, despite fielding, you know, Eric DeCosta's deemed a market-setting offer, the 3-time Pro Bowl center is set to go free. Tyler Linderbaum is going to be a free agent. Kenneth Walker also was not tagged by Seattle. Kenneth Walker is in play for the Raiders. George Pickens was tagged. And if he plays on that tag, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, he's guaranteed a $27.3 million tag if he plays on it, man. Breece Hall was also a guy that is tagged, but he's on a tag where another team, you know, can make him an offer, but the Jets have first right of refusal, right? So there's a lot of people that are going to be out there, man. You know, Kyle Pitts is going to be tagged. Kyler Murray, expect for Kyler Murray to be released. We're going to get into that as well. But yo, there's a lot jumping on around this league, man. There's a lot going on. But listen, man, Tyler Linderbaum is in play for the Raiders and Alec Pierce is in play for the Raiders. So this is great for us, right? These are a lot of free agency starts next week. These are needs that can be addressed pre-draft. This is a good time for the Raiders right now to be a Raider fan and to build this team up, man. Kyler Murray's available, though. So this is the thing, right? Kyler Murray being available for the Raiders means nothing. We're taking Fernando Mendoza. It wouldn't make any sense for the Raiders to bring a player in that, quite frankly, had to have an addendum in his contract to make him watch film. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not somebody that you want trying to turn the future of the Raiders around. We've already been there, done that. We've done the Geno Smith thing. We've done the Jimmy Garoppolo thing. We've done everything, but we've gone out and went and we've got Carson Palmer. We've done the damn thing, man. Right? The one thing we haven't done is draft a damn quarterback. So look, I'm just letting you guys know that the Raiders, you know, are not in play for Kyler Murray. But the thing is this: Kyler Murray is in play for other teams, right? Kyler Murray's in play for certain teams that think they can compete. Kyler Murray is in play for teams that are right up under the Raiders, right? So, you know, we have a situation where, look, man, you know, the Maxx Crosby thing is what it is. That's going to get decided when it gets decided. It is what it is. But what it does is it opens the door for teams to make certain moves. It opens the door for teams and the draft board to fall in a way where things might be a little advantageous to the Raiders. You might have one of those top teams that are quarterback needy that'll go out there and get a Kyler Murray and then, you know, possibly leave a spot for somebody to come up and kind of reroute the draft for them to get a Ty Simpson, possibly move up and get a Drew Allar. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you right now, man, don't be surprised if there's a lot of fireworks on draft day. Do not be surprised, y'all. Salute to everybody in the chat. Get wasted with your brother Wasted, man. Shiz rated. Yo, Wasted, what you think about doubling up at QB in the draft? Take Drew Allar if he's there in the third or fourth round. We can't let the Rams of the 49ers of Pittsburgh take him if he's there when we pick. Bro, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think Drew Allar is going to get out of the second round. I think he's going to be an early. I think if Drew Allar gets out of the first round, he is going to be a guy who gets taken really early second round, kind of similar to the way Derek Carr was. I don't see Drew Allar getting in no third or no fourth round, bro. Not with that amount of raw ability and talent, playing in a Power 5 school in a blue blood program like Penn State. I just don't see it. You know, I don't necessarily know what the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to do. You know, they haven't really seen what they had with Will Howard. But if they like Will Howard, they might rock and roll with him. But I can see Pittsburgh getting Drew Allar. I really can, man. But yeah, Kyler Murray is not something. I don't even know why people even bringing that up, man. I don't even know why people even bringing that. That is not something that, you know, we should do. Now, Kyler Murray is one of the great high school players ever. Like he's widely regarded as one of the 2 or 3 best players to ever play in Texas in high school. But Kyler Murray has not lived up to the dream. He's a number 1 pick. He's had a myriad of talent around him. It's no reason for anybody to ever consider bringing him to the Raiders. Just like no, absolutely no reason. I mean, and to be honest with you, if they were to do something like that and pass up on getting the Fernando Mendoza, I would probably lose my ever loving mind. I would flip the hell out. I would really, really flip the hell out, bro. But there are other teams in play, man. You got the Jets, you got the Dolphins. I think Kyler Murray, when it's all said and done, could wind up down in Atlanta. I don't necessarily know what the Atlanta Falcons think or feel about Michael Penix Jr., but I'm gonna be real with you. That was something to where, and look, that's not a Matt Ryan kind of move, So there, I could see Kyler Murray ending up in Minnesota. I could see him ending up a multitude of places, right? I really can, man. But listen, man, this is great. There's so much movement in the National Football League, that there's so many people that are out there that are available. There's so many free agents that are available, man. The Kenneth Walker thing is something that I really wanted to dig into, right? Kenneth Walker is something that I really, really wanted to broach, right? Because the thing is this, man. Kenneth Walker is a guy that is not, I don't necessarily know whether Kenneth Walker would want to be a complimentary back to an Ashton Genty. I don't think Kenneth Walker winds up here with the Raiders at all. I think Kenneth Walker is in the season of his career where he's won a Super Bowl. I think that he's a guy that wants to be the featured back. He split carries, and he did a terrific job with that out there in Seattle. But I really personally think that Kenneth Walker is going to go after the baggery. He's got the jewelry. Now he's going to go after the baggery. Salute to the almost 500 of you guys in the room. Get wasted with your brother Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Shout out to my guy APO 209. Listen, I think at the end of the day, he can go out there. He can seek a deal somewhere. A lot of people have him coming to the Raiders with Clint Kubiak. I think if he were to take a complimentary back role, it would be here with the Raiders. But I think with Kenneth Walker, this is a guy who just won a Super Bowl. This is a guy who was MVP of the Super Bowl. This is a guy who, is trying to establish his career here in his league, right? In a real way. He's trying to establish himself in a way where, listen, man, he wants to be a starter. I don't see him coming to the Raiders. This is not something that I think the Raiders do at this juncture, trying to develop Ashton Genty. I just don't see it. And I don't think that Seattle's really going to let him walk anyway. Zach Charbonnet is a guy who, has shown that he hasn't been healthy, right? He's a terrific young back, but you can't put all your eggs in the Zach Charbonnet basket, man. There's no way. There's no way. So I'm going to tell you right now, listen, Kenneth Walker, you can cross him off the league. Now, Trey Hendrickson. When I think about Hendrickson, right, and I look at, what you could possibly do with him, what you could possibly do with pairing him with Maxx Crosby. I think when you start thinking about the kind of money that Trey Hendrickson is going to look for, Trey Hendrickson is also not somebody that the Raiders would probably bring in, man. The Raiders are in a situation where we are out there trying to build something brand new. We are trying to have some young players in here, bring some young players. Now, if you look at, Trey Hendrickson, he is valued as a premier NFL edge rusher, man. This is a guy who has a contract projection from 3 years, $99 million, $33 million average, and maybe with a cap number of $21 million. And despite injury concerns, he is a highly, highly valuable piece across this league. And I think a lot of the people who miss out on the Maxx Crosby sweepstakes are going to back up the Brinks truck for Trey Hendrickson. So either which way, the Bears are looking for a pass rusher. So whether they land Maxx Crosby or they go out there and go get a Trey Hendrickson, I think that is probably where he will wind up. Salute to everybody in the chat. Get Wasted with your brother Wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend. My guy Silver Stunner with a $5 slapper room. We're only 3/4 of the way. We have way too many DTs on the roster. Max is like 3. Butler, Tonka, Lualu. I see JJ and the others. Listen, bro. When you say that they have way too many defensive tackles, bro, they have guys that fit the last scheme that they had. They have guys that fit the last scheme that they have. If they're, switch it to a 3-4, I don't necessarily know, whether Adam Butler is a guy that they can keep and depend on, right? You know, I don't know if he can be that big space-taking nose, if he can be that guy that can be that zero tech that they need. I don't necessarily know. And when you start talking about Tonka probably is looking like a defensive end in a 3-4. He's a 3-4 defensive end. He fits that archetype. He's big, physical. JJ Pegues can probably play a little nose tackle. He's got to put a little weight on. But look, I think the Raiders are going to have to go bigger and better when it comes to the nose tackle position. For real, for this thing to work in any subsistent way, man. My guy, Mendoza line with the $10 slapperoon, the $10 bomb. I mean, my God. My dog, man. I bought a Mac jersey the season before he got traded. Bought a car jersey before he was gone. I joked when I bought a Crosby jersey that he would be traded. I am done buying jerseys. Listen, Mendoza line. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I have a lot of jerseys from over the years and stuff like that. But I'm not putting nobody like I only have wear legends. If y'all notice, I wear people who used to play for the Raiders jerseys and legends. Like you guys see me with a Marcus Allen jersey on or a Bo Jackson jersey, or you guys see me with Howie Long or Derek Burgess, one of my favorite players for the Raiders. I love Derek Burgess. Guys like that. I'm not buying into this whole, getting these new guys, man. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. It's too much, man. It's too much. It is too effing much, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute, man. And look, the thing for me is that you guys got to really look at this. You guys got to look at what we're doing. We are building things from the ground up. So to me, I look, man, there's a lot of rumors every day. We feed into the Maxx Crosby stuff every single day. You got Albert Breer saying one thing. You have La Canfora saying another thing. You have all these different people that are saying different things, right? You got Max saying different things. I am going to stop. I really don't even want to address it. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, listen, like I told you guys a million times, and I'm going to repeat myself, and I probably shouldn't. Yo, whatever happens with Max, whether he's here or whether he's not here, right? If he's not here, then that means that the Raiders got their price for him. They got their price, and their price is steep. And their price is valuable. So they'd be getting back a player. They'd be getting back two first-round picks, right? They'd be getting back a whole hell of a lot, right? And that's something that you can't sneeze at. That's something you can't sneeze at. You really can't. But at the end of the day, man, if he's here, that's nothing but right for the Raiders. That's nothing but right for the Raiders. But if he goes, I'm okay with it. I am okay with it, bro. And I've told y'all this a numerous amount of times. I am all right with it. I'm all right with it, man. Then that means that we be doing a true rebuild from the foundation of this organization up, man. From the foundation up. Listen, but at the end of the day, it'd be nice to see them build around this. It'd be nice to have one of the questions on the defensive side of the football answered. It would be very, very nice. But whatever happens, happens, man. It's nothing to stress about. It's nothing for us to get upset about, because at the end of the day, guys, we got people in the building that know what they're doing. We got some football guys in the building now. We have a situation where, we have people that are aligned and on the same page, man. And that's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for, man. That's all you can ask for. Now we're going in a situation where, we're drafting the number 1 pick quarterback. And there are a lot of people afraid of it because of the Kyler Murray thing. Getting back to that, Kyler Murray signed a 5-year contract extension worth $230 million. A $160 million guaranteed in 2022. You know? And look, if they cut Kyler Murray, man, this has been a lose-lose for the Cardinals, man. A lose-lose for the Cardinals. And we're worrying about the Raiders, right? But I understand why some of y'all are scared. I get it, man. I understand. I get it. You know, listen, if you go out there, right, and you can't find a trade partner, they're on the hook for like $79 million for another team. They're on the hook. And this is the thing, man. You got a situation where you got a very, very mercurial talent, right? And this is one of the reasons why, and I know you guys are like, wasted. What the hell has this got to do with the Raiders, right? I don't think you'll ever have a situation, and this is sight unseen, without Fernando Mendoza taking one snap for the Raiders. You will never have to put an addendum in the contract of a man like Fernando Mendoza and tell him that he needs to be watching film. You'll never have that. You'll never have that. I'm telling you right now. And you know, I get it. I get it, man. There are a lot of people that are probably pissed out in Arizona. But you know what the one thing Arizona did not do? They did not go about building that situation the right way, man. McKay, can you give us 5 wasted guys for the draft before Gulag Graf takes stakes on you? Yes, we will be giving you the 5 wasted guys. That's 110%. It's 110%, bro. I will be giving you my wasted guys. I'm telling you right now. But the thing is, this is the reason why when you talk about Fernando Mendoza, he is the antithesis of everything Kyler Murray is. Kyler Murray is too short to comb his own hair. Fernando Mendoza is 6'5". Kyler Murray's undersized. Fernando Mendoza, big boy. Big boy. Kyler Murray has a lot of different interests. He's a guy who plays video games, and he's a professional video gamer. He's a, professional baseball player. He's got all these different interests. But the one interest that he's not locked in on, and he should be, is freaking football. Football. And the thing with Fernando Mendoza, and this is the reason why all you people that say we shouldn't be drafting, you guys need to wash your mouth out with soap. You really do, man. I mean, you guys are disappointing me, man, that think that. You got a big, strong kid who loves ball. He loves football, and you don't want to draft him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yo, my guy, Cesar Lorenzo with the $5 slappy. Wasted. I need Maxx to get off my team. Trade him now. Raider Nation for life. Bro, listen to me. It is never a bad thing. It's never a bad thing to have a great player on your roster. It's never a bad thing to have a tone setter on your roster. It's never a bad thing. Maxx is still young enough to where he can make a dent in this league. Maxx is still young enough to where, if you can go and put some help around him, you go get a nose tackle, you free him up, get some more talent on that defense, Maxx can really wreck shit. The thing is, for me, has always been, do you want to be here or not? Do you want to be here or not? That's the only thing we need to ask, bro. It's the only thing we need to ask. Do we need to be here? Does he want to be here? It's sky high. This is the thing. So if just think about that logic, right? If you are the Raiders, right? And you're John Spytek and you're Tom Brady, and you guys were the worst team in the league this year. You're the worst team in the league. You think that Tom Brady and these guys are signing up for that? Because for you to take CJ Carr next year, he might be the number 1 pick. He might be the number 1 pick, too. So What's the odds of you passing on this guy, right? And being bad enough to even to get a bite at the apple? Having the number one pick and having a player and a prospect as clean as Fernando Mendoza is like winning the lottery for $20 million and saying, you know what? I'm going to wait till tomorrow when the jackpot for the Mega Millions goes up to 180. I'm going to wait. Take my ticket. You got the golden ticket. Why in the F would you not take this guy? That F. I mean, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you? I'm going to say it for the third time. What the F is wrong with you guys, man?
That's a tutorial that says you know what the fuck you doing.
I mean, my God. The F is wrong with you guys. Seriously, man. It don't make no sense. This is the year they're taking him. Listen, let me tell you something. Like it or love it. Learn to live with it because it's the best thing going today. Salute to Nature Boy Ric Flair. I mean, my God. Someone gets Murray for like $2 million 1 year anyway. I mean, yeah, but it ain't going to be us. That's not the kind of when you are trying to turn things around and you're trying to build an organization from the ground up. You cannot Bluetooth success. You can't skip the line. You got to do what's right by the Raiders, man. You got to do what's right for them long term. Band-Aids will not count anymore. No more Band-Aids. No more freaking Band-Aids, man. Raider Bubba. Does he want to be a Raider? If not 100%, let's get all we can. Fans of the Shield will understand. Fans of a player act like DC fans. Bro, listen, man. Bro, a lot of fans in Raider Nation, man. A lot of fans in Raider Nation are novice. I said it. There's a lot of y'all out there that are a bunch of novice, man. There's a lot of novice football fans out there. Novice. Listen, when you talk about novice football fans, this is the man that we are talking about. This guy right here. A bum like this, DeMokes. Everybody salute him. But this is what you call a novice football fan. This guy right here, this cookie-faced bastard right here. This is a guy who cries every time the Raiders lose a player. It is the business of football, everyone. The business of football. Nah, but in all seriousness, salute to my guy DeMokes, right? But in all seriousness, there are some fans, bro, that cannot look at football from an abstract point of view. And it's not about playing the game. It's about understanding the game. It's about getting information and not affirmation. It is about understanding player value, not volume. We're not doing geometry here, but player value. It is about understanding the moment. It is about being proactive instead of being reactive. That is what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen. That is what this is all about. And I'm going to tell you something right now. You cannot move forward with players who are not bought in, especially your very best players. Especially your very best players. You show me a team with a disgruntled superstar, and I show you a losing football team. And at the end of the day, if you don't have your very best player bought in, then you need to move him. But the question lies in the lap of said player. And listen, man, my guy Eddie Solero, Michael Corleone said it the best. It's never personal. It's just business. But look, there are a lot of people that are saying good riddance, Max. I think you need to reserve that judgment for when the judgment comes. Reserve the judgment for when the judgment comes. Because if we keep him and he tears everything up next year, then what are you going to say? Reserve the judgment for when the decision comes down. If you have a bought-in Maxx Crosby and you have a great draft, you have a great free agency, there's only one thing to say. Just win, baby. That's it. That's it. Just win, baby. That is it. And JG, why the F you what I have for dinner? It's a little personal here. A little personal. You ask me what I had for effing dinner. What the F's wrong with you, man? F up out of here with your crap. This is football. The F is going on, man. But let's get focused, guys. Let's get focused. My guy UA Mel with a $5 smackaroon. Okay, we run a 3-4. B, we won't be in the base D that much. So what are Rob Leonard schemes and nickel dime packages? Also, I hope that D Porter is a scheme fit. Yo, I think, look, man, I think that there's so many sub packages. There's so many sub packages, like a lot of times, if you look at Mike McDonald, they were in their sub packages 75% of the time. Matchups reign supreme in the National Football League. Matchups reign supreme, right? So when you start really, really thinking about it, you got to understand something here, bro. When you start really, really thinking about it, man, a guy like Darian Porter fits any defense. Just personally, right? I don't think Darian Porter should be your number one corner, but the style of football that Darian Porter plays, and the fact that he's not as notable as a lot of other corners in this league is part and parcel to the reason that he hasn't really been the healthiest. He hasn't been the healthiest, man. Who the F are you? Fam security, let me tell you something. You eat shaboing boing the long way. Shaboing boing. You know what we talking about here. This guy is a goddamn, get the F up out of here. Fam security, you are literally in my chat while I am cooking, doing the Lord's work up here, disrespecting the great and powerful, wasted talent. Listen, bro, this is Raider Nation Unlimited. We don't do that corner long way stuff over here. Now, if you want to go do that, you going down the dial. There are people who enjoy that kind of action. We don't do that over here. I mean, this is how you eat shaboing boing, buddy. And everything. Getting cheered on and everything. Goddamn glizzy goblin bum. You get the F up out of here. And I think, you know what, man? Send them to the gulags for no less than 10 minutes. Gulags. The F is wrong with you. There's no shaboing boing smuggling up in here. I mean, who do you think we are here, man? Do you think this is Fox Sports 1 with Joy Taylor? Raider Bubba sent him to the gulags. Let him come back. Don't block him completely. He's probably just joking. If he comes back in here and he's trolling, then block his ass. You get him 10 minutes in the gulags for you. Let that be a lesson to you. Now, I'll give you all the time that you need to go back to your favorite pastime. Yes. F up out of here. Yes, that's right. But you came at the right time. You came at the right time. I was just showing you and demonstrating what a poor young chode just came in here being disrespectful. Now, guys, listen, we got to get back to the football, man. Get back to the football, man. Hey, Bodega, you know what's funny, man? I agree, too. I agree that you should go to the goddamn gulags. Get the F up out of here, the most. Oh, Bodega. F up out of here. All right, so look. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. He's timed out. He's timed out. The Mokes. All right, so let's get back to it, guys. So, listen. 5 minutes for Bodega. I mean, what an effing bump. So, guys, let's get into this, man. I really, we kind of got off a track. You know, we're having a good time. You know, we always have a good time over here. You know, I know that this is what we're here for, right? But, you know, it's time to really get back into the football, man. That is what we do here, man. This is what we do here, man. We don't do a whole lot of, you know, clowning around, coking and joking. You know, we are here to talk ball, man. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? So, you know, for me, you know, I really wanted to get into, you know, a lot of, you know, the whole Tyler Linderbaum stuff. Now, there's a lot of people that, you know, bring up the fact that Tyler Linderbaum is not the greatest against the pass, right? And I almost forget who was talking about this. Was it Sanjeet that was talking about Tyler Linderbaum? What was it, Sanjeet? You guys let me know. T-Nipple, don't get carried away. Don't you get carried away. You love talking balls. I'll talk about football. You effing bum. Get your crap up out of here. So it was Sanjeet. Now, guys, listen, man. You know, with the Tyler Linderbaum thing, Tyler Linderbaum for the Raiders makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. It makes too much sense, man. You know, all of this stuff, you know, and look, I love Sanjeet and I respect him, right? I respect him. But, you know, there are a lot of people that'll sit up here and say, you know, hey, he's getting dominated and stuff like that. But they'll go back and look at a game against Dexter Lawrence, right? Dexter Lawrence is one of the best nose tackles in football. You know, Dexter Lawrence is somebody that is literally veritably unblockable without another man. You have to block him with two people. That's just what it is. Even Tyler Linderbaum. So to me, you know, that's a really straw man argument. When you have a situation where you have a center that is one of the best centers in this game, you know, on a week in and week out basis, and there's that off chance that you run into, you know, a person like, you know, a Dexter Lawrence. You know, you got to play against Chris Jones twice a year, right? Then you deal with it. You scheme your way around that. But to me, this whole narrative that now Tyler Linderbaum is some guy that is just like he's just some slappy is unbelievable to me. This guy is one of the very best centers in this game, bro. He is. Now, Eric DeCosta and the Baltimore Ravens have a pretty good roster, right? They have a quarterback that's no longer on a rookie deal, right? And this is the thing, man. When you start talking about centers in the National Football League, you know, Creed Humphrey and guys like that. Creed Humphrey's probably the best one in the league, right? He reached $18.8 million a year, Creed Humphrey, right? So you know that it's evolution when you start talking about contracts. I see, you know, Tyler Linderbaum getting $24 million a year. And I have no problem with that. No problem with that. I listen, to me, Tyler Linderbaum solves 2 or 3 problems, right? What he does is he brings you in a starter right off the bat. He brings you in somebody that you know for a fact can absorb the scheme and call and call out the defense, especially, in a zone, a wide zone scheme. Tyler Linderbaum shines in a wide zone scheme. To me, for the Raiders, it makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. It reminds me of the Rodney Hudson move. It reminds me of the Rodney Hudson move. It makes no sense to not bring in a player like that, because what winds up happening is it solves a few problems for you when as a fan, right? So as a fan, I know that Colton Miller is my left tackle. I know that Tyler Linderbaum is a Pro Bowler, just like Colton Miller. He is my center. I know he is the captain of that offensive line. I know that he is a terrific run blocker. And I understand that Ashton Genty is going to absolutely cook behind his stewardship on that line. I know that Jackson Powers Johnson is a guard now. And that's it. That is it. That's all. Like my kids used to say, dot, 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 ding, dong, boy. It's over. He is your guard. And the cool thing about that is that you have options, because if you have a situation where Jackson Powers Johnson is not the healthiest guy in the world, we already know that that's been established throughout his college and his pro career. You have people on this roster who could step right in immediately and play guard. You have Caleb Rogers. You have guys like DJ Glaze. You have those kind of players. And when you have a situation like we have with a Jackson Powers Johnson, yes, we love JPJ. We love the guy. We got a lot of faith in him. But the reality is he is a guy who has been hurt. When you have a guy like Tyler Linderbaum who has not missed much time at all. Salute to the over 700 of you guys in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Oh, my God, man. My guy, Mikey the Barber's in the place, tapping in. Salute. Salute to my guy, Fupa. Started just in time for me not to go to sleep, man. Oh, my God, man. Silver Stunner. Someone get Murray like two. I think I read these already. Oh, my God, DeMarcus Webb, man. Raider PTSD is real. Scared money don't make no money. I feel it, brother. I feel that. Yo, my guy LS, the damager himself, with the $5 slapper room. Wasted. It's been a minute. Caden McDonald will be a great nose tackle to build with. We may have to move up to get him, though. Would you trade up for anybody? There's a few people, and Caden McDonald is definitely a guy I would trade up for, because, listen, that is a guy right there. The value of him in bringing him in on a rookie deal and getting his best years as a player is exponentially to me, the value of that is exponentially just man, the right thing to do. It really is. Like, I would definitely move. Now, I don't think McDonald's is going to be a first pick. I think he's a second round pick. We pick early enough in the second round where you can prioritize him. And based off of what you do in free agency, you can really, really, really kind of have a sight blindness for the kind of players that you're trying to get in the draft. You can really, really have a boutique kind of draft. You can cherry pick, because when you go in free agency, you will address major needs in free agency. Then you can really, really focus in the draft on getting exactly what you need, the exact player you want. You get your quarterback, and then after that, you can play with the draft capital that you have. You can play with the draft, because the Raiders do got 10 picks so far. Bro, how is Maxx going to pass a physical by Sunday? I don't know. I am not Maxx Crosby's orthopedic surgeon. It's a possibility. But if he doesn't, then he's on the Raiders. And then they trade him around the draft if they need to. Or they keep him. Listen, there's nothing written in stone, guys. Listen, and not to use another euphemism for professional wrestling, but I shall. The only thing that is for sure is nothing's for sure. Salute to the great Sting. Salute to the great Sting. He said, check on Graphic. He just posted. Nah, I talked to Graph earlier today. I talked to him today. He's good. He's going to be all right. He's going to be fine. I'm going to talk to him after the show. Graph's all right. The Graphinator is okay. He is okay. Salute to my guy Graf, man. Salute to my brother Hammer, too, man. Me and Hammer going to get together. We're going to do a show this weekend, too, man. Salute to Hammer. But I'm going to tell you guys something, man. This is going to be a great, great draft, man. The Nakobe Deans of the world that are out there. The Ode Adafes of the world, man. These guys are the kind of guys that I'm telling you right now are going to really, really round out this roster. We can address that in free agency, man. And look, bro, don't listen to me. Let's get back to the Tyler Linderbaum stuff, right? To me, Tyler Linderbaum for the Raiders, people, places, and things, right? Tyler Linderbaum for the Raiders makes a whole hell of a lot of sense, man. It just makes a whole hell of a lot of sense for us. I think that, you know, the Ravens being the smart and savvy organization that they are, you got to understand they're not getting rid of Tyler Linderbaum because he's a bad player. If they're getting rid of Tyler Linderbaum, they have so many players on that roster that need to get paid. You know, including, you know, Lamar Jackson got his money. It's hard to keep you can't keep everybody. You got Ronnie Stanley, you got Kyle Hamilton. You have so many players there, man. Isaiah Likely, you know. So I think if I know how the Ravens get down, right, the Ravens will allow Tyler Linderbaum to walk. They will allow Tyler Linderbaum to walk because this is a very good draft when it comes to centers. Nobody's talking about it, but that's a pretty good position in this draft, man. And I think for the Raiders, he would be elite for the Raiders. His skill set lines up with the Raiders. And if the rumors are true, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Let's hope they can get Tyler Linderbaum for $20 to $22 million a year. And the Raiders are tight-lipped on what they're going to do, but it just makes a whole hell of a lot of sense, man. The Raiders got a ton of cap space, man. They need to hit this thing out of the park. They need to make sure that they don't whiff on any of these. Listen, some of the later draft picks, yeah, but they got to get it right with the quarterback, and they got to get it right with the offensive line. They got to get it right, man. And look, man, when you start talking about it, Tyler Linderbaum just fits, you know, he fits what we're trying to do. People talk about his pass pro. We are trying to get that running game going. Salute to my guy, Raider LT. Before you end, remember KRS-One is a king. One of the great rappers of all time. You effing bum. We should go after Trent Williams and Linderbaum. Oscar Garcia, I don't necessarily think that Trent Williams is feasible. You have to look at the market share for Trent Williams. Trent Williams makes a lot of money, man. And right, you're going to hamstring yourself to be able to address other parts of this team. We're already having a Colt Miller. So going after Trent Williams, he'd have to kind of fit a situation where, you know, his market isn't as robust as you would think. Would you take Jameis Winston as a bridge QB? I think having Jameis in your having Jameis in your locker room is nothing but right. I would love to have Jameis Winston here. I like Jameis Winston. I think he's a positive influence. He is the only thing with Jameis Winston is that Jameis Winston is not a guy who takes care of the football. He's not a guy who takes care of the football, man. You know, so it's like to me, if I had my druthers, I would probably bring in a guy like Kirk Cousins, man. Now, Braden Smith, right, is the guy that I would love to bring in along with Tyler Linderbaum. Salute to Just Raiders, baby, man. Salute to him. Go follow that man over at his podcast, my guy Raider J, man. J Raider, man. Are there any good safeties in free agency? Yeah, man. I mean, Jaquan Brisker. Jaquan Brisker is a guy that I absolutely, loved coming out of Penn State, man. Absolutely love. There are a lot of options in free agency, man. I mean, listen, and I don't know what the Dolphins are gonna do with Minkah Fitzpatrick, But let me ask you guys a question. I haven't heard anybody mention that name. Now, Minkah, is starting to get a little long in the tooth. But what would you guys think about bringing in a guy like Minkah Fitzpatrick? Or a guy like Jamel Dean in cornerback? What would you guys think about bringing in Minkah Fitzpatrick, man? You guys got to let me know, man. I mean, but you got, Brian Cook's out there too from the Kansas City Chiefs, 27 years old. He loves to hit. He's a short tackler. Telling you, man, he balled out. He's versatile, man, and he fits into whatever modern defense you want to talk about. To me, he's the top deep safety in the market. Brian Cook is a dog, man. I love Brian Cook, man. You got, you got Tariq Woolen. I mean, the Raiders can really, really do some damage. And there's another kid out there, man, 24 years old. A lot of people don't talk about him. But Nick Cross, man. Nick Cross is a guy that if the Raiders brought him here, I think he'd go down as one of the great Raider safeties. Nick Cross is a kid, man. I'm a big fan of Nick Cross. He's not the biggest in the world. He's only a 6-foot guy, 220 pounds. But man, 24 years old, active as hell, hard hitter. You know what I mean? He just I am a big Nick Cross guy, man. Big Nick Cross guy. I'm okay with getting Fitzpatrick if he's here for the leadership in the secondary. Yeah, man. Yeah, Minkah would be nice, man. There are a lot of people that aren't talking about Minkah, man, but I would love to see the Raiders kick the tire on him, man. Bourbon County Raiders in the place, man. Salute. Bourbon, what it is, man. Hey, UA Mel, so what you think about that, my brother? UA Mel, what you think about that, man? What you think about bringing in Minkah, bro? Yeah, Ode Adafe is perfect for this defense too. Perfect. See, this is the thing for me, right? When you bring in free agents, you have to have a mixture of guys that are established, guys like a guy like Minkah. Contract might not be that great, right? But you got to bring in guys like Adafe Owe, young guys that haven't played their best football yet in free agency. So it's almost like bringing in a draft pick when you do stuff like that. It's almost like bringing in a draft pick. Now, this is the thing with Minkah. I personally feel like when you get to a certain age, right, you will get the money. You will get the money, but you're not going to get what you would have got. You're not going to get what you would have got, man. His base salary last year was $15.6 million. So to me, bringing him into the Raiders, right? He had an $18 million cap hit, 4 years, $73 million, right? If you can go out there and go sign Minkah for 3 years, $48 million or something like that, $12 million a year for Minkah, I am on board for that. I think that's what his contract looks like at this point in his career. I really do. I think that's what Minkah. I mean, Minkah's 29 years old. He's the same age as Maxx. Yeah, but Minkah on a vet deal, that's the kind of move you got to make to really move this thing in the right direction. Now, listen, everybody keeps talking about K'Lavon Chaisson, and I'm going to be real with you. I would prefer to go another direction. I know, look, this is football out of it, right? I don't want to sign a guy that I am not sure, because I know K'Lavon Chaisson is going to want to, like, break the bank. He's going to want to break the bank, and I get it, right? But we had him here in the building, and we let him walk. I'm not about trying to right wrongs, man. And my guy, Fam Security, with the 199 Super. Am I out of the gulags yet? Yes, you are out of the gulags. You are out of the gulags, you effing bum. Let that be a lesson to you. Let that be a lesson to you.
Man, you a bitch. You a bitch.
I mean, my God. Let that be a effing lesson to you, you damn shaboinker smuggler, you. Listen, I'm going to be real with you, man. I got my list. Devin Lloyd, Tyler Linderbaum. You know, if I can get a Minka, Nick Cross. Yeah, like that part. Lil Jaquan Brisker. I'm cool on Malcolm Kuntz. I am cool on Malcolm Kuntz. I'm going to say it again. I am cool on Malcolm Kuntz, man. I'm cool on Malcolm Kuntz. And look, I'm cool on Chasen. I'm cool on. I don't want to pay Chasen that kind of money for a guy that I'm not really sure what I'm getting with him. Because what I need to ask is, was it New England? Was it New England? Is he versatile enough for me to back up the Brinks truck? Yo, LS, you better get the F up out of here with your crap. Talk about some goddamn.
About to be unceremoniously blocked.
F up. Your crap. His name is Tyler Linderbaum. The F is wrong with you. Rated Jeff with the $5 slapper room. Linderbaum number 1, Lloyd 2, my top gets in my opinion. Look, to be real with you, Devin Lloyd is number 1 for me. I don't think that you would be able to draft a Devin Lloyd, but I do think that in this draft, you got a lot of good young offensive linemen, a lot of good centers in this league coming into this league. You got a lot of good guys, and you got guys, man. Look, man. All right, so I give you an example, right? So you have, you know, the Jennings Dunkers of the world who can be a guard. I think Jennings Dunker is going to be a guard because of his arm length. He's 6'5". He's a big boy. Got a lot of power, a lot of grip strength. Nasty lineman. But I think Dunker is going to be a guard. But yo, you got guys like Jake Slaughter in this draft, man. You got guys like Jake Slaughter in this draft, man. You got a lot of good centers. Guys like Connor Lew is going to be in this draft. About the size of a Creed Humphrey kind of a guy. You got a lot of guys in this draft, man, that you can go and you can make you can kind of make up for that situation, man. Logan Jones is another guy who, you know, is a little long in the tooth, right? And that's the thing about Logan Jones. I think Logan Jones is one of those, he's one of the last of the COVID kids. So Logan Jones is a little long in the tooth, man, but he is a guy that you can bring in and probably start right off the bat from Iowa. So, you know, I would be, to me, Lloyd is a bigger get for me to turn this aside. Now, I know Linderbaum has the value for us because we're trying to, you know, fix that offensive line, but I think that you can go out and address other positions in that offensive line, man. Salute to my guy, Rated Jeff, though, man. Salute to my guy, AC Yabara. Wasted with that killer content. Appreciate that. Yo, Kuntz was looking good before the injury. Now he's a year removed. He'll get back from 2023. I am not willing to stake my season on that. I'm not willing to stake my season on that. I'm not. Like, you know, there are some people that are able to recover once they have a major lower extremity injury. Some people are not. I'm going to need to see that from Malcolm Kuntz. Now, I don't think Malcolm Kuntz is going to have a robust market. So if you can get Malcolm Kuntz, you know, for the right price, I am on board for bringing him back, but I am not on board for bringing him back and expecting him to just be the starter. I'm a guy who feels like Malcolm Kuntz should definitely have to compete for his job. But yo, to me, Lloyd is a one-of-one kind of player. Devin Lloyd is a one-of-one, man. I really believe that a couple of these guys in this draft, like Slaughter and them guys and Brailsford, those guys, they might give you similar production. Connor Lew, like I said, these guys are dogs, man. Said Joe Dirt would go, yeah, yo, man. Yo, man. Yeah, man. I mean, but listen, you guys got to understand too. We went out there, we got Caleb Rogers. You know, I think Caleb Rogers is gonna make he's gonna make some noise this year. He's gonna make some noise, man. I mean, hell, think about getting both of the Iowa boys. That'd be great, right? Logan Jones, Dunker, put them both in there, bro. Put them both in there. 1 year, $8 million for Kuntz. I can do that. He's got to prove himself, though. Hank Schrader, my thoughts on Trey Hendrickson. I like Trey Hendrickson. I don't like Trey Hendrickson for the Raiders. I don't like Trey Hendrickson for the Raiders because the thing is, we're not ready yet. We're still building this thing. Having a high-priced pass rusher for the Raiders that's over 30 years old is not the best thing for the Raiders. Now, if you get a guy, say, for instance, you brought a Khalil Mack back, right, and he wasn't really making a whole lot. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. It doesn't make sense to bring in a guy that's that old when you're building your organization. It's better to develop or bring in a younger dude like, Owe Adafe. That's a young cat that's going to be here for a few years. That's going to still have some prime years left when you turn this thing around. And do me a favor, guys. Pay your bar tabs. Get wasted with your brother. Wasted and tell a friend and tell a friend. Become a member of the Wasted Talent Army, guys. This is the membership link. Somebody please pin this to the top. And it's time to rock and roll. Now, listen, I have no problem signing Tyler Linderbaum. But you guys are asking me who my number one is. My number one is Devin Lloyd. That's my number one free agent, period. My second free agent is Tyler Linderbaum. That's me, though. That's me. Said, not the Kentucky waterfall. Dunker is rocking the Irish volcano. Listen, man, business in the front, party in the back. Oh, my God, man. Oh, my God. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute, man. Let's. There was some stuff I wanted to talk about, but I've been kind of playing the chat or like a lot of times, man, I know what I want to do on the show. I know what I want to do, right? Today, man, I kind of it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Like we were going crazy here today, man. We were going crazy, and there's so many people in this draft, man. Like you got guys like Caleb Downs. Did you guys hear that report about Caleb Downs saying that he has like a degenerative knee issue or something like that? Look, there's not a person in the league who's not going to draft this guy. I really hate the drive-by media sometimes, man. People putting out erroneous stuff around the draft. It happens every year. I personally think that a team that really wants Caleb Downs did that. And I think that that's nasty work, man. And I hope it doesn't hurt his draft stock because nobody is saying that this guy or they're going to stay away from him because he has some degenerative knee issue. Nobody is saying that. Crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Unbelievable. Uneffing believable, man. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Let me get back to y'all, man. We're going to start winding this thing up, man. Downs will go top. I think Downs will go top. Damn, should be top 5, man. Should be top 5. My guy, Jersey, Nick Cross, Dean, and Walker would be a nice haul. We can really do some damage next season. Let's get this defense right in a hurry. Yes, man. Nick Cross. I told you. Listen, I'm a big Nick Cross guy, man. Big Nick Cross guy. Really like that kid, man. I think he's super talented. My guy Raider Jeff with the $2. They don't hate on mullets. I used to have one. Oh no, yo, listen. Salute to anybody who has the courage to rock a mullet in 2026. Salute to him. I'm actually afraid of a man who has a power mullet. This is a man who is not afraid of anything. I mean, my God. Business in the front, party in the back. Do I think Ruben Bain drops due to measurements? I think that pre-draft hype doesn't make for where people are going to go, right? The thing is this. When the season is done, there are a lot of players that people say, yo, this guy's going to go. He's going to be a top pick. He's going to be the number one pick, right? The consensus number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 is not made until after the game tape and the measurements meet, right? So when I look at, some of these mock drafts and stuff like that, when I look at some of these mock drafts have changed because now you can see what's what, who's who and what's what. I don't think Ruben Bain is going to go as high as people thought. Fernando Mendoza is a guy that, he's going to go where he's going to go, right? But Arvell Reese, Jeremiah Love, I don't think Ruben Bain is going to go in the top 5. I think Caleb Downs is going to go in the top 5. I think that kid, David Bailey from Texas Tech, is going to be the second pick. I do. But I think, when you start talking about, Ruben Bain, it's rough to put everything behind him in a way where you can go and draft him high based off of where he wants to play. Is he going to be your edge or are you putting him at defense? Is he going to be your 3 tech? I think Ruben Bain as a 3 technique has a lot of similar skills to Aaron Donald. Very, very similar. My guy, Juan Ponce. I don't want to gamble with JPJ at center with concerns. Him at guard and backup center is the better option. Listen, man. Listen. If they go get a guy like Tyler Linderbaum, it makes sense. It makes sense. And no, listen, I just got on a white. I have on a white hoodie. I got a white hoodie, bro. A white Nike hoodie. White Nike hoodie, white Nike sweatsuit. I mean, yo, what do you got? What is this, a mullet support group or something like that? Yo, I had one in the 80s, I'll admit it. What is going on here? What are you guys doing here? It's a mullet support group up in here? What kind of damn chat do I got today? I used to have a mullet back. I have sinned. I used to have a mullet a time or two. I mean, what the F is up with you guys? I mean, hey, man, you guys are up here talking about mullets, man. Let me tell you something, man. I had a mullet too, man. I'll tell you, I had a mullet when I was with the Philadelphia Eagles, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's always business in the front, man. Always business in the front. And always a party in the back. I mean, look at these guys. Look at how many people used to have a freaking mullet up in here, man. This is Mullets Anonymous today. What the F is going on here today? Look, Tyler Linderbaum, to me, I think that contract begins and ends. I think you can get him for $22 million a year. $22 million in a year. But yeah, this is crazy, man. Everybody is out here talking about, I rocked the mullet as a kid. Like, so what is this right now? You guys, is this the mullet and Jerry curl support group? Like, so now I'm going to have a bunch of brothers talking about they used to have a curl back in the day. Like this is what we doing here? Well, no. I mean, no. I mean, listen, I could support a mullet if I was down and I had the DeBarge thing going on. You know, maybe a little Jermaine Jackson. Don't take it personal. Maybe a little Jermaine Jackson mullet, like the hair helmet mullet. But nah, I couldn't have done that, bro. I couldn't have done it, bro. But the Jermaine Jackson mullet was goated. The Jermaine Jackson mullet back in the 90s, bro. I'm not talking about the Jermaine Jackson Sgt. Pepper hair helmet. I'm talking about Jermaine Jackson, the Victory Tour, Jermaine Jackson mullet. He had the mullet, then he had the nasty mullet fade. It was insane, bro. All of the Jacksons had the nasty mullet fade. It was disgusting work. That was that was a rough time. It's a rough time, yo. We was down bad when Jermaine Jackson had the mullet fade. It's crazy, yo. The Girl I Want Your Body, Jermaine Jackson mullet fade. I'm trying to find a picture of that joint, bro. It's nasty work out here in these streets, bro. There's nobody with Jermaine Jackson with his joint back in the day, man. I think this when he's rocking the shag, man. Oh, the Jermaine Jackson black man mullet. Hold on, yo. Now the show has just gone off the rails, and you guys have yourself to blame for this. You have yourself to blame for this, y'all. The Jermaine Jackson half curl, half mullet fed families back in the 80s. Not the Jermaine Jackson, bro. Yo, yes, you should, Raider Jeff. Raider Jeff, you should go to the damn gulags, man. It's a bunch of crap. This went all the way off the train tracks. We're talking football. This is a great show. And then here you guys go. Here you guys go with your crap. We're up here talking about mullets and jerry curls. Now, listen, I definitely had a flat top. Definitely had a flat top, yo. Definitely had the flat top with the hook part, with the two parts in the side. I definitely had the 3 cuts in my eyebrows, straight Big Daddy Kane status. Definitely. Definitely. I never had the Gumby, yo. I never had a Gumby, bro. I tried. See, you know what it was with the Gumby, bro? The Gumby used to look crazy. The Gumby used to look crazy. Like, you would get your hair cut, and if you didn't get your hair cut like every week, and I was young then, you know what I'm saying? So you didn't really have a paper to get your shit cut completely. The Gumby would look crazy after the first day, bro. Crazy. Yeah, I got the RJ now, bro. The straight bald head now, yo. Look, I definitely had the tall can Tim. I got a pair of tall can Tims too. See, look, I forgot Raider Jeff. Raider Jeff does not have much. He doesn't have much of a glimpse into the hood. So we're gonna show him what the Gumby is. The Gumby, the Bobby Brown haircut. We got to show Raider Jeff. This is the Gumby, the Bobby B. We got to show him what the Bobby B is. Hold on, y'all. We got to show our man Raider Jeff what the Bobby B was, man. We got to put him on game. You know, just so you know. Just so you know, Raider Jeff, this was the Gumby. It's the Bobby Brown joint, man. This listen, the iconic Bobby Brown fade, bro. The every little step I take. Man, Raider Jeff don't see, you know, Raider, yo, listen, the Gumby was fire, bro. If you could pull it off. The Gumby is fire, bro. You said, you know, I dress like LL. course I dressed like Uncle L back in the day. Who didn't? It's the Ripper, the Master, the Overlordian. What's wrong with you, man? But yo, Raider Jeff not knowing what the Gumby is hilarious, yo. It's hilarious. Vicky Everett, what is the deal? Salute to the fly and wonderful Vicky Everett in the place to be. Yeah. Hey, he said the Gumby was for for dancers, yo. The Kwame step fade, yo. Hey man, listen, bro. Listen, man, the Gumby was that deal, man. But this definitely was a hell of an informational show, y'all. Hey, Raiders War Report, you listen, bro. You losing the plot, War Report. You giving up too much game. You got to stop with that Essex County game. You got to chill, bro. Got to chill, yo. You got to chill, yo. Yo, Hug D. Look, yo, bro. Listen, this is more late night wasted conduct here that you guys got going on here. This is late night wasted conduct. You guys are tripping right now. You guys are tripping. Tripping, y'all. This guy said, I am ashamed to say I had a John B. chin strap, and I'm glad to see Wasted is still rocking one. Hug these, man. I don't know what you used to have. I know you used to probably look like Ram Man from He-Man. Yo, look, man, of course I had the fresher fade, bro. Like, come on, man. Grab no fade, bro. Like, don't even stop it, man. Come on. Come on, bro. Come on. No, don't do that. Don't do the whole that's my era, yo. You got to stop. I had the waves and spinning waves and the fade, no, everything, bro. Stop it. Y'all don't even understand, bro. So look, man, guys. Hey, Nada, you about to go to the gulags. Call me Honest Abe. Honestly, block that ass. Get the F up out of here, Nada. Gulags, you go towards the end of the show. The F up out of here, man. Yo, my man, I am Victor. Just joined the Talk Raiders football. Said I got mullets and gumbies. But this is what happens around here, bro. So let me ask you guys a question, right? Really quickly. If there's a player such as a Caleb Downs, right? Let's say Caleb Downs did have an injury. This is hypothetical because I don't think he does, right? Would you be willing to try to move back into the first round for Caleb Downs? Yes, this is Raider ADHD. The train is back on the track. Would you be willing to do that? Would you be willing to move back from number 2 after you've gotten Fernando Mendoza and packaging another pick and a player or something like that to get a Caleb Downs? Because to me, Caleb Downs is generational, bro. I'm talking about move back into the first round. Now, Brady Jeff, get the F up out of here. He does not want to take Fernando Mendoza, man. Swear, man. What's wrong with you? That's not the Vanilla Ice, man. That's the MC Hammers. Wash your mouth out with soap, Salvador Bruno. That was Vanilla Ice cosplaying as MC Hammer, yo. You stop that. That was MC Hammer's whole swagger, bro. And actually, it was a Joker from New York who was rocking them pants first and doing all them dances and stuff like that. But you know, no disrespect, Listen, so yo, look, for me, man, when you start talking about these guards and stuff like that, I think that the Raiders made a commitment to the offensive line last year. And I think they need to see what they have in Caleb Rogers. I think the Raiders need to see what they have in Jackson Powers-Johnson. I don't see the Raiders moving back into the second round to take a guard unless you're sure that guard is going to be like, man, like he's going to be like the best guard in football. You know what I'm saying? Like Quentin Jefferson. I mean, I better call him Quentin Jefferson, bro. Quentin Nelson. Hug these nizzards. I wouldn't trade back into the first, but if Maxx trade happens, I'd need more of a target, a DN, safety corner. I'm getting best player available. Like the thing with the Maxx trade stuff right now, and I don't really want to talk about this that much. If you have a more than one first round pick in this year's draft, right? I don't think the position matters as much as getting the pick right. I think that the pick itself is the most important thing. Who you take. Best player available. Best player available, bro. No matter what. Because you want to make sure that you don't look the fool for trading away a player such as Maxx Crosby. That's where I'm at with it. So if I get rid of Maxx, I'm not going to get rid of Maxx and prioritize an end that is not as good as a Caleb Downs. You need to make sure that if you do it the right way. You get the right player. You get a guy that, yo, listen, man, we walked away with that good. We got a future Pro Bowler. BPA, man. Like Reese and them guys like that, it depends on how high you're in the first round. Like Arbel Reese, that guy's going to be gone in the first 3 or 4 picks. Thank you, Hug D's. I appreciate that, man. But we're talking about BPA based off of you trading back. If you trade Maxx and say, for instance, you're a top 13 pick, you take Mendoza and you got number 13 or something. You trade with the Rams. I don't think Arvell Reese will be there. So that's pretty much where I'm at with it, man. That's pretty much where I'm at with it, guys. Guys, listen, real quick. There's a lot of stuff we didn't get into this show. It's kind of all over the place. It's been a while since we've done the show, man. We had a good time, though, right? We had a damn good time. We had a damn good time, man. I always do, man. I really do. I really enjoy the live shows with just, when I can come here and we can have a good time. You know what I mean? Talk some ball. Seriously, man. I love it, man. And the funnier thing, man, what's going to make this show even greater? A mock draft by Wasted Talent. I mean, you didn't even know that you needed a mock draft by the great and powerful Wasted. That's right. You didn't even know you needed it, man. You didn't even know. No, Raider Jeff. You come to the front of the congregation, you bum. The F are you going? A post-combine mock, Raider Jeff. You have a seat. You have a seat, my brother. You have a seat. The mock is about to be sick and silly. You knew it. You knew it. And Bodega, listen, don't let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord split you. Get the F up out of here, man. F up out of here. LOL, I already know your number one pick, so you're wasting my time. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's definitely Rudy's fault, too. It's Rudy's fault. It's always Rudy's fault. You guys know that. So, look, this is what we're going to do. The number one pick is happening, like I told you guys. Whether you like it, love it, learn to live with it, because it's the best thing going today. You get the F out of here, Raider Jeff. We're not jinxing any Fernando Mendoza stuff. Okay, so now, listen. Lee Hunter, monster defensive tackle. Got to get Lee Hunter for the Raiders. 3-4 defense. Woo, man. Dominique Orange is there. Sutton, Romello Height, Malachi Fields, man. Connor Lou, Triggs, Akari Branch. I think we can get a center a little bit later. Now, LT Overton is a guy. I mean, if we're going to let me see something here. Let me see something here, man. Let me see something here. So, Will Lee, Malik Muhammad. Boom. You see what we got at safety here. This is a linebacker. Jacob Rodriguez, like your life depended on it. we are going crazy with this Texas Tech stuff going on right here, man. Big Markel Bell is there. Will Lee, Malik Farmer, Stribling is there. Bud Clark. So we got our quarterback. We got our 3 tech. We got a linebacker. I mean, we're doing great. We're doing great. Jayshawn Barman is an edge rusher. Like Jayshawn Barman, right? But to me, right, I wanna make sure that, you know, I go out there and I try to do something for this secondary. Every level of the defense. Every level of the defense. Let me see. Then let me see how many of my centers are left too. How many of my centers are left? I still can get some centers, right? So I can be smart and I can wait. You know what I'm saying? Jayshawn Barman is one of the best edges left back on the board. I think we need to go out there and go get us an edge. I really do. I think that the Raiders are in a situation where, you know, they definitely need to invest in that position. So we're going to get Jayshawn Barman, Brian Parker, Tim Keenan, Taurine York. Let me see where we are at center, right? So this is operating under the guys that we don't get Tyler Linderbaum. Logan Jones is still there. Brailsworth is still there. So I think we're still good to cook in the next few rounds, right? So we haven't gone out there and gotten a young running back yet. I'm looking to see who's still here. You know, Katron Allen is a beast. Damn, Drew Allard is still there. Ooh, Drew Allard still there. Jacoby Lane is still there too. Aiden Fisher. I'm gonna go Jaylon Kilgore. I'm gonna go get me a corner. How many more picks I got here? Let me see what wide receivers we got left here. Boom. Reggie Vigil. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think, because all right, I got a 5 and I got a bunch of 6-round picks, right? So Taurine York is a terrific young linebacker. So let me see, because, you know, I want to make sure this linebacker room gets younger. I think we need to get younger with this linebacker room. I'm going to go out and go get my guy, Harold Perkins. Fast as hell. I love Harold Perkins. Takario Davis, man. Bishop Fitzgerald's a beast, too. George Gums, Xavion Thomas, Oscar Delp. I'm going to go out there and go get my guy, Logan Jones. So I got my starting center right there. Let me see what we got at wide receiver. What we got left here? Xavion Thomas, Kalen Douglas, Dane Key, Kobe Young, Michael Sturdivant. Okay, let me see what we got. Offensive lineman, too. Oh, give me another corner. Give me Takario Davis. Trey Zoom. Okay, boom. Let me see what we still got. Diego Pounds, Cruz, Murphy. Boom. Let me see what we got. Wisniewski. Let me see if I got any more. Bishop Fitzgerald, Cole Wisniewski. Hold on. Let me tackle, corner. Let me see what tackles I got left. Wide receivers, we're kind of thin with the wide receivers. I like Xavion Thomas, man, but I don't know, man. Think I'm gonna go get my guy. Sheesh. Telling you right now, I'm really having a tough time for this pick, guys. Y'all gotta help me out. Y'all gotta help me out, man. Y'all gotta help me out. I'm having a real tough time with this pick. So I'm 50 in a few hours. Add me too. O-line, old man's club. Oh man, salute to my guy Silver Stunner, man. Happy birthday too. You went scorched earth with the D, and I loved it. You gotta chill, bro. I do need a safety bad, right? I do need a safety, bro. I need a safety big time, man. Definitely need my safety back. Hold on, I gotta look where my damn tab is at. Got to get me a safety. So I haven't got my safety. VJ Payne, Lorenzo Styles. Lorenzo Styles is a monster. I can't believe he was still available. I'm gonna go out there and bring in my guy, Roman Hembry, to go help out Fernando. Lorenzo Styles is a monster, bro. What y'all think, man? What y'all think, bro? Happy birthday, Silver Stunner, y'all. What's up? Y'all don't like that? Y'all don't like that one? Takario Davis, man. Look, so we got two corners. We got an edge. We got linebackers. We got a defensive tackle. We got a safety. We got a backup running back. Now we got our center. B, hug these for real. You don't like the draft? I think it was a damn good draft. It's a F only one O lineman. Raider Jeff, come on, bro. You better than that. You better than that, bro. You better than that. You know we good on offensive line. We went offensive line last year twice. You gotta let those guys play too. Warlock like it? All right, well, listen, guys. It was a solid mock draft. Guys, listen, this has been a terrific episode of Raider Nation Unlimited. Raider Nation Unlimited, featuring wasted talent, guys. I addressed the defense. Thank you. The defense, that was a damn good mock. What the F is wrong? That's a good draft. You guys just want to get the F up out of here, man. But guys, listen, man. So I said we are operating under the guys that we did not get Tyler Linderbaum. So we got our starting center right now. Hey, yo, Anthony, you know what's hot garbage? Your hot gravy breath. Get the F up out of here. Listen, guys, love you guys. Have a good night. Happy birthday to my oldest daughter. Love you. About to go give you a call. I know you're out on a date and stuff right now. She's down at college. But it's kind of messing me up. This is the first birthday I haven't spent with my daughter. But it's all good, man. We're gonna get on FaceTime, man. It's time to pull a train into the train station, guys. You guys have a terrific night, man. We will be back at y'all all week, and we're gonna have some more pre-recorded stuff. We're gonna do some more lives, just breaking down some stuff. But I know you guys are really gonna enjoy what we got coming up, man. Love you guys, man. Y'all have a terrific, terrific night. Oh, yo, and another thing too, guys. I think it's time for a new show beginning. I think we got to get a new. I just personally think that we need a new intro. So I'm gonna work on that tonight, man. But salute to everybody out there, man. Peace, y'all. You have a great night.